handled Iran. Bombs away. You're listening to Can't Read. You guys can't write.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Can't Read, Can't Write, the podcast that proves Spartans can talk. I'm Mike Jones, joined as always by the guy who puts the background in crying baby in the background, Kevin Grech, the dude who's always an hour behind, and the man who, Alex Plum, and the man who is locked in and locked on, Matt Sheehan. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Did I forget to write my own name in that introduction?
You just think so much of others all the time.
So
you
true.
rarely put yourself in front of the
It's
rest.
the Popenum. That's right.
It
It's that
is.
papacy
Oh.
running through his papal
Wow.
veins. That's right.
Wow. That's
Uncle
really-
Cousin Pope.
Uncle
Not a big
Cousin
fan
Pope.
of what's happening in Iran. That's what I saw. That's what the NPR told me today. Wouldn't approve of this cold open that you wrote, Alex Plum.
That's, tough look. Yeah, shoot.
That's
Awkward
a
at the next family reunion. Awkward, but
It's gonna be.
nonetheless.
Oh my God! Does Uncle Cousin Pope come to family reunions now?
He should be. He should
Oh,
be. We should
can you
actually should be
imagine?
having all of us to Rome.
He's got one
It
of
should be
those
a-
like family reunion T-shirts on, and then also the papal hat. That would be incredible.
And the red shoes. You know,
Yes.
This is a thing.
Yes, and he's the grill guy. He just stands at the grill at those like park grills with the tinfoil on the thing.
Communion
Anyway.
wafers is all these grilling, just communion.
Oh
Just wafers.
yeah!
He does one dish, but he does it well.
He loves
That's right.
loves a
I'm sorry.
wave.
I've already derailed this show. I'm sorry, guys. That's,
No,
No,
this
it's
is
good.
This is why
that's
people
okay.
listen.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
Did you
Go ahead.
did you want to host Mike Jones? I mean, come on.
Gonna-
Jesus, say something. I'm back for the first time in 2 weeks. I'm a dad now. You can't even congratulate me. You can't even thank me for showing up.
Buddy, I believe I recorded out of the bathroom adjacent to my son's room when he was like born, the day after or something.
Let's go.
No empathy.
That's what it's all
No,
about.
no, you're right. No empathy at all. Hi everyone, I'm back. Thank you
Hello.
everyone that reached out and said congratulations. That was very kind of you, especially Matt Sheehan. I think I have 2 unread messages from. I think I stopped responding, so my apologies. You got a genuine Kevin Grech experience there on that one.
I'm flattered.
But yes, thank you everyone that reached out. It's been lovely. I'm not sticking around for the whole thing. I'm not doing this for 4 hours or whatever we're doing right now.
Well, we of course want to
hours.
thank everyone for listening. And if we could ask a small favor, please share the pod with Spartans in your life. Rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get podcasts. Of course, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Spartan_pod, on Blue Sky at SpartanPod. And you, of course, can email the show at can'tread.1855@gmail.com, which is becoming a popular avenue for the questions.
Jamal.
Yeah,
This is like the Impact. I still listen to the Impact living here in East Lansing. And I remember when we were in school, they were like, aim us your requests. And then in the years after, they were like, text us. And then after that, it was like, WhatsApp us or whatever. And now it's all the way back to pick up the phone and call us if there's something that you like
Let's
to
go.
hear. Or
really
email
fucking
us at
bored
the
here.
impact@msu.edu.
Do you
Call
remember-
us
Say with
back.
your chest.
They were in Holden. Do you remember this? They were in Holden
Oh, yeah.
Hall, and that their office was like 90% cassette tapes, just all over the fucking walls. And even then, I was like, "It's 2005, guys. Like cassettes, really? What are
I
we
dropped
doing
off
here?"
a CD to them because I wanted them to play the song.
And they were like,
this
sorry,
your-
double tape deck only. Sorry."
Was this your band's like demo tape? Like what did you drop off?
It was metric.
Oh, really? They didn't
Goody.
have metric?
They did not have metric, and I was like, this really feels like it fits in the genre of what you play. And they're like, you'll have to drop it off. And then they were like,
Never
okay,
played it.
thanks. Yeah. I think specifically still don't play metric to this day.
Actually, I was going to say
because of
they're
me.
probably still playing your CD because I think I heard them
might
play
be.
metric just a few weeks ago. So
You
Good
know,
job.
my sweet mate, John,
Oh my God.
I forget his last name, but he was one of the
John's
anchors
listening
anyway.
right now, just
He's
like
probably
slighted.
not. But
We
but
swept
he had like
Indiana, and we're doing this.
He was John O'Brien. I always was like, why did you choose a new last name? Like just be your regular name. And he's like, no, I need a performance name. So like he had a stage name as like a disc jockey that he didn't have in real life. Anyway, we can move along. The impact. Hashtag the impact.
All right. We are Greg, you're back. You need to get back in the saddle. What's the structure of the show? We've got
Do you remember
right now.
Do you remember the structure, Kevin?
I don't. My life has no structure anymore. My life operates on like just survival mode, which is what Indiana did today or attempted to do. We start behind the green wall where football always leads, but you didn't put that in the AI prompt that built this outline because it actually starts with basketball at Purdue, because there were two big games. Then we'll go off Grand River. I don't know if there's anything in here about that, and then take your social media questions. So it's gonna be pretty good.
All right, let's dig into the games that were this week, and we'll start with a huge win at Mackie. Michigan State pulls one out on Purdue 76-74. That is the first time since 2014 that Michigan State won at Mackie, and I think I heard them say on the broadcast today that this is the first time since 2013 that MSU won at both Mackie and Assembly Hall. So big wins generally speaking, but I don't know about you guys. Sheehan, you first. I kind of chalked this up as a loss. It didn't matter really how good we were because it had been so long since we'd won in Mackie.
1000%. Oh God, yeah. I have no memories. I know they rolled the footage. Oh, 2014 they did it. I have no memory of that. I'm going to be completely honest. I've wiped that from my hard drive. I have no good recollections of playing at Mackie, and the only time I really started to believe that they could win this game is when they got out of that under 4 timeout, up 8 points. And that was the first time of the night where I let it enter my mind that, wait a minute, they can actually do it tonight. I'll be
There's a possibility.
And then they tried their very best to not do it. But hey, they walked out with the win. So yeah, very, very excited. I actually have a good memory of watching my team play there. Woohoo! Look at us.
Attaboy.
Michigan State continued the trend of not leading at the half, but it didn't end up mattering. This game, I'll say, if we take it at the start, Purdue really came out and seemed to try and throw a haymaker. And it felt worse than what the score was, though. You know, being down 6 is not the end of the world or whatever it was. I think the worst it got was 6 or 7 in that early on in that first half.
Yeah, like in the first 5 minutes, something like that. I don't think it ever got further away than like 5 points after that point.
Yeah, the game had 12 lead changes in it. I don't think anyone got up by double digits at any point in time in this game. In many ways, it was kind of a classic, and by that I mean my heart is still recovering from that game. I don't know, but to you all, I walked away from that game not actually feeling like I was sort of like, how did we win this game? And then you pull up the shooting percentages, and we shot out of control in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did Purdue too. I mean, hold on. What was Purdue's 3-point percentage in that game? I've already forgotten. Yeah, a smooth 12 of 25 from 3. Just entirely unbelievable. They didn't turn the ball over all too much, just 9 times. I mean, you would have thought that just on 12 of 25 alone in Mackie,
right, at home,
that we're looking at least like an 11-point loss at the bare minimum. So, but that's what happens when Michigan State also shoots the ball well. We actually look, oh God, dare I say, like Final Four number 9 coming up here. But if you're shooting the ball anything close to that, guys, I believe.
We forced them into a bunch of mid-range 2s. They were 2 for 15 in the mid-range, and I mean,
Yikes.
that's how you kind of keep it close. But you're absolutely right, Sheehan. Like being able to beat a team that shot 12 for 25 from 3 at home and rebounded. They out-rebounded us, or it was basically like a wash on rebounds. they did out rebound us. They had 2 more
Mhm.
offensive rebounds than we did, and just as many defensive rebounds. So statistically, both teams played well. It's just that Carson Cooper and Jeremy Fears and Teng, I think we're going to be spending a fair amount of time talking about Teng this episode, really came through when they needed to. Jordan Scott, some big defensive stops, and we kept the rotation pretty slim. I mean, Izzo only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in this one. So we're starting to see what the postseason rotation is going to look like. And Denim Wojcik's only playing 4 minutes in that. So
I want to make a couple points too. And your point about some defensive stops, which were huge. This was unusual for this team. We scored 19 points off of turnovers that we forced on Purdue, which is probably their worst. The worst number of points they've given up all season on turnovers. By comparison, they only got 5 points off of our turnovers. And that is something we've struggled with all season, has been the ostentatious way we've turned over the ball in order to keep worse teams in the game. 10 fast break points for us, only 4 for Purdue. And so this may have been, in fact, our strongest road performance of the season, and against certainly an able team. But, this team often plays its best when it is against its hardest opponents, and doing it at Mackie is a real achievement. But credit to the defense, because that's where it was. That's really, I mean, this shooting, obviously, but to shut down Purdue at home is something else. So good for these guys. Happy.
The disappointing thing on the rebounds is that, Purdue did end up with 16 second chance points, which is probably the thing that ended up keeping them in this game. 16 on 8. You'd hope to get 1 stop, but essentially we did not stop them whenever they got a second chance point. But before we talk about Teng, who is worth talking about, I want to start with Carson Cooper. Ends the game, 15.6 rebounds, going 6 for 10 from the field, showed a lot of stretch. I don't know. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I feel like at least half of those points had to have come from a legitimate jump shot, or I don't know, is it a jump shot when you're that tall and you just kind of push the ball to the bucket? Kevin, you might be able to relate to this. What's it like being tall?
Yeah, I can relate to the being tall part. I can't relate at all to being coordinated
Athleticism.
or being athletic or having my height benefit me in my life in any way
any
at
way.
all. Yeah. So those are outside my grasp. But in terms of being generally tall, it's fine. I guess it would aid you in basketball. I can see that where that would happen.
This, while the streak does come to the end at the Indiana, this was the 3rd straight game with him being the leading or co-leading scorer for this team, which, I don't know, we got to see some better offensive output, or we need that kind of offensive output. I mean, it's nice to see Jackson stepped up at Indiana, but Carson Cooper's turned into a legitimate weapon that I don't think any of us really ever anticipated would be fully realized.
I mean, the first 3 years of his development, yeah, he looked every bit of an IMG team guy. It sure looked a little better. His junior year looked better as sophomore than it did his freshman year. But man, after 3 years, it's like this guy doesn't have a single post move. Like, it's truly just be tall or we're not scoring this possession for Carson Cooper. Whereas against Purdue, he was given TKR some TKR work. Like, he was taking him over the shoulder, taking him off the bounce, front-facing jump shots. It was like, holy shit. He's outplaying TKR in his own game right now in his own barn. This is disrespectful. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it's been well documented how great his development has been up into his senior year, but that was his Mona Lisa, that game right there on the road, Mackie, against a pretty damn good front court too. So, yeah, I couldn't say enough nice things about Carson Cooper after that game Thursday.
Sheehan, as long as we're talking Purdue players and their development, can we talk about Fletcher Lawyer for a moment? Can we just be real smug about?
I'm down. Yeah. You talk about a plateau in your career, man.
Lack of development that's taken place since he came on so strong as a freshman. I mean, he really boned him, in my estimation, on that last play after they had that opportunity. I think he was trying to draw a foul or something like that, and then Painter calls a timeout, and there was just so disjointed down the stretch. But Man, I had not watched a lot of Purdue this year, and it's just like checking back in with Fletcher Lawyer. It's like Groundhog's
same.
Day. This is the same dude 4
Truly.
years in a row. What did you guys think about the way that Purdue handled the end of this game when they had an opportunity, let's be frank, to come back after that missed free throw from Carr? What did you think about that sequence of events?
I liked before the free throw from Ward. Wait, hold on. The free throw from like at the very end.
It was Ward,
the
not
very
Carr.
end.
Pardon
Okay.
me.
It was.
I
Ward.
like with a minute left, there's a guy in Purdue who I've never heard of in my entire life, thought it was his time with the smooth 18 seconds left in the shot clock to jack up a 3 from 33 feet out. That's where I want to start the dialogue, if I may, because that is an insane decision to be made from that kid. When you have Braden Smith on the team, when you have Fletcher Lawyer in theory on the team that could possibly take a shot, or maybe I'm old-fashioned, whittle the shot clock down a little bit, get a good look. But man, Purdue down the stretch there, it was a masterpiece and just great decision-making on their part. I loved it.
They flipped
Jack
a lot.
Benter, I think, is who we're talking about here.
Never.
Or
You could be making that up.
yeah,
No
Let's
clue.
say yes. Let's say
No
yes.
clue.
Someone will email us in the morning. Tell us we got that one wrong.
Sure.
But you're absolutely right. Hurried and harried. It didn't seem quite the tempo that you'd seen through the rest of the game. But as you've already ably pointed out, Fletcher Lawyer had an absolute dildo of a performance. Utterly incompetent. And I think that's something to be said for the Lawyer family, who we again wish only the worst on. Before we go further on this point, though, and I know you want to get to the coaching, and I think we should, because I think the guys on the telecast were all about Izzo coaching, out-coached Matt Painter. Oh my God, look, he knew what he was doing, calls the timeout. So maybe one of you who knows the game better can get into the details. I need to take a break, though, for Cam Ward.
Oh, no.
Cam Ward and I are going to have a come to Jesus
Oh, boy.
with my Uncle Cousin Pope. And I think there's got to be something there. On the season, Cam Ward, anyone want to guess his free throw shooting completion percentage on the season, including Indiana?
He's completed them.
I think-
500.
It's
500.
48%.
It's 50% after Indiana. Do you know who he's tied with? There's one other person tied for him at 50% of free throws made.
Denim Wojcik. It's got to be Denny.
Yes,
Is there
well
really?
done.
Let's
And do you know why?
Let's go.
Because Denim in the 3.5 minutes he's played all season
Mhm.
is 3 for 6.
Wow,
Okay.
that's 4 more than I thought he'd take. Okay.
3 for 6 compared to our friend Cam Ward, who is something like 23 for 46. I mean, an incomprehensible. This is not the same. 3 for 6 is not this. There's just not. It's a selection bias. The data should be thrown out. We shouldn't include it at all in the sample size. Cam Ward should be, and I know he had a good night tonight, but he should be beaten to death with a toaster. I mean, there's few other responses. This is not
With a
acceptable.
toaster. The amount of beating that would be required to kill him with a toaster, I can't even begin.
I didn't go through toaster.
Hold on, I got a question. What would be longer? Sharon Moore killing himself with a butter knife, or beating yourself to the point of hospitalization with a toaster? What process would take longer? Do you think? I really think it's a coin toss, because both are going to take at least an hour to even get anything.
Oh,
going.
God.
Just
you are
bludgeoning
right.
and sawing and
Yeah,
bludgeoning and
man.
sawing. Related to all of this, Plum, I'm looking at the team free throw statistics. I'm seeing Divine Ugachukwu, 55%. I presume
Yikes, man.
you're thrilled that he's done for the season, is what that means.
All I'm going to say is I didn't Jeff Galooly him. I didn't do it. So
He put a firework in
you
his shoe.
can't.
I see
You
right
can't
through
prove.
Plum.
You can't prove it. Who we're not talking enough about is Teng, who at 98% free throw shooting is the godchild who should be playing 40 minutes a game
Wow.
exclusively for free throws. We need a designated free throw. I think is what I'm advocating for in the rules change. Anyway,
That's Jeremy
enough
Fears.
on that.
His name's Jeremy Fears. That's right. That's
Yes.
right.
Well, he's no, but Teng's better than Fears on the percentage. I mean, it's at Fears and someone else was at 90. So Kohler, I think. So anyway, but please, the coaching. I've stolen your thunder, Kevin.
No, I think my takeaway from watching the end of that game and Purdue just sort of blunder through it is we've seen, and I see it more in the NCAA tournament when I start to watch other teams, because I don't really over the course of the year watch a ton of other college basketball teams these days. The number of coaches that don't call timeouts in single possession end of game scenarios, that kind of made me think maybe there's a reason for it. You burn a lot of time when you call a timeout. Maybe guys aren't used to running those types of plays anymore. Yeah. You make your offense go half court rather than, having the motion offense or whatever. It made me second guess it, because Matt Painter, for as much as I hate him, pretty solid coach, did what I would have expected, called a timeout in that situation, and it did not benefit Purdue's chances of winning that game. But some of that was defense on us. I think Cohen Carr did a great job on the inbound, and then
getting in that guy's mouth, fully in the mouth. And that was impressive.
Yeah. It's got to be a helpless feeling being 5'8" Braden Smith, who of course is a good player, but man, when you are opposite of a guy that looks like should play for the Monstars, he could have tried that shot 100 times. It goes in maybe twice, I would reckon. He essentially should have just kneed the ball. Like right when he caught it, okay, I'm going to save myself the dignity of clanging this off whatever part of the rim I'm about to. And
it's good.
Good night, good luck, everyone. I truly thought he had a great game. Cohen Carr did have a great game. I mean, that windmill. I know it's 2 points on the scoreboard. That felt like 8 points in momentum, though. Oh god, I love this team.
I turned to the social media manager after that play and was like, "Did they replay that on the board at Mackie?" You're just like, "All right, I know that this wasn't us, but like, do you guys want to watch that one again?"
That's the best in-game dunk, not just in college, but even NBA this year. So let's all tune in.
Wild. Just clutching that thing to windmill it. That was crazy.
I'm always disappointed that you don't ever hear more of an ooh from the crowd, like a real negative reaction, but it's just dead air. Just dead air when the most amazing athletic thing in the world.
Yeah, I think he had one in the first half or maybe a few minutes before the dunk. But yeah, like the student section definitely like, oh my god, like it's almost just like a gasp when it's at an opposing place.
They can do that. There are guys out there that are capable of this.
I'm so sad for him to like leave whenever that is. Whether it's this offseason, next offseason, like your entertainment value watching these games is going to fall off a cliff. I mean, go green till I die. It'll still be fun to watch, but man, oh man, it's a spectacle watching this young man on the court every single game day. God, I love Cohen Carr.
Let's chat some of the game today. Michigan State wins 77-64 against Indiana at Assembly Hall, in a game that never felt out of question, but never really felt done until the end. I don't know about the rest of you, but
I gotta say, sorry, I just to keep on stepping and hijacking this. Like, you go into halftime, they were shooting north of 50% from three. They were, I think, 9 of 10 from free throws, only 3 turnovers. And I gotta say, and maybe it's just like the smug blue blood fan in me, but I was like, I kind of hope he'd be more up than 8 at this point after a blistering shooting half. You're taking care of the ball, it's all good, but like, is only being up 8 gonna bite us here? Because we're not gonna shoot 50% from 3 the rest of the game here, except, well, I'll be damned, it seemed like they did.
Turns out they did.
They actually did. So yeah, but yeah, just like you said, never thought they were going to lose, but yeah, in the back of my head I was thinking like, there's the bones of a meltdown here still somewhere on this court. And then Darian DeVries is still their coach, and there's no one else to help Wilkerson, and it was curtains once you realize that in the second half.
I mean, let's just talk for a second about the 3-point shooting, though, because that last 5 minutes when I think we scored like one basket for 15 attempts. I mean, I'm being a little bit facetious, but I actually don't know if that is facetious. On this game,
I don't think so. Yeah.
we shot 50% from 3, 49% from the paint. How in the fuck are we shooting? I mean, this is an unacceptable reality, and we still won by 13. What are you talking about?
This is great. Cam Ward, thank you for your 8 points at Mackie. Your hard rebounding, but you son of a bitch. Make your free throw. And also, guys, way to make it rain. But you should have done it from closer.
I don't know.
This is a fan base ready for March. No.
This is not because in Indiana, Assembly Hall, not a challenging environment. I don't know. Never been there. Proud of that fact.
Not today.
And not today. Yeah, well,
it is, having been there several times.
Yes.
It is an environment that can get real quiet. When things aren't going well, that crowd can disappear on you.
Which was like at the jump ball today, I felt like. I mean, when Kohler was sent to the line, it was almost like you could feel the air being taken out of that place. Like, oh, this early? But I guess they've seen their team for 30-some games, and
they know this is it.
They know the drill. Wilkerson's going to go off for 30. DeVries is going to hit like 2 cool shots, and then we got to look at a guy that looks like myself playing point guard for 40 minutes. And just try to keep this within single digits, guys. We'll try our best. No, I in a way feel bad for Indiana fans, and then I remember they got football, so it's
they made a deal with the devil, and they came out fine.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
Wouldn't we all make that same deal? So now is the time to talk about Teng. Comes in 6 for 8 from 3. Okay.
Love to see it.
So we always knew that Kerr had this in him, could do it, but it's starting to become a bit of a trend with our guy Kerr. As we look forward, you know how they say in the NCAA tournament, if you're going to win, you need to have like 3 guys going.
Mm-hmm.
Fears is going. He's going more than we appreciate. Like he's should be All-American basically.
Coop is going for Coop.
Yeah, Coop is doing great. Is Teng starting to get going? Is he in consideration for going?
I think friend of Sheehan show, Dave Klein, tweeted out that over the last 6 games, Teng is 17 for 36 from deep and has made 3+ threes in 3 out of the 6 last games and 2+ in 5 out of the 6 last games.
Yes, that's correct. I'm looking at that statistic right now.
And I love that he's come to life.
Because we're all fans of Jordan here. We're all big Jordan fans.
Some of us have proven that in the way that they've named their progeny. Thank you.
Oh, okay. We didn't disclose the name.
You didn't? I don't listen when I'm not on. I don't care what you guys say. I was actually listening live last time, but I was also changing diapers, so I wasn't.
Yes.
Jordan Scott's diapers.
That's right. Weird.
But Jordan Scott is over his last 7 games is 13 for 25, which is 52%, and has made 3+ in his last 3 of 7 games.
Oh God, I love this. And I love that it happened at Mackie and Assembly too. Like this is where Teng's really coming to life, just in uncomfortable road environments as March is creeping in. It's almost too good to be true, right? Like I feel like I need to pump the brakes just mentally before I just go to bed tonight, dreaming of just driving with my good friend Kevin, Alex, Joe, Pennsylvania a little out of the way, to Indianapolis to watch Final Four, number 9. I'm letting these 2 wins get a little.
You go on the road. I mean, we're 2-0 in the state of Indiana right now. So why wouldn't that trend continue?
I know.
People are saying.
Why wouldn't it?
People are saying.
And not to mention that our dear friend Jax, this is the most back game that Jackson Kohler has had. Gets 21 points, 13 boards, 6 offensive.
That's wild.
I mean, I saw he had a cut on his shoulder because he was just at war down there.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, I think if Sheehan could play point guard, they might have rolled me out for center on that team. But
might be accurate. Yeah, unfortunately so.
And
boy, do they got some personnel issues on that team. They really addressed the wing position quite well, might I say. Point guard and the 5. Yickety yikes. I mean, look, I've been saying for a while like that, okay, Kohler, it's awesome that you can shoot threes. I know we started the season so hot, but your bread and butter, what got you here is your footwork, your ability to finish down low on the low block, draw some double teams, maybe even get nuts. And do something that I think he's could have done a lot more in his career, but maybe like try to draw fouls too. Like that is a good way to score.
I thought you were going to say pass.
Look, I can only be realistic, right? So what happened in Purdue? I thought was like, okay, after talking about this, bitching and moaning for like 5 separate times this season that he's got to get in the paint more. This is like last call. If he won't do it against this Indiana team with Mike Jones as the center. It's just never going to happen again in March. He'll be floating out like he's Joey Hauser by the 3-point line, but dang it, he got it done today. 7 2-point attempts, got to the line 2 separate times, drew double teams, was able to hit guys out for 3. Like that's the game that we need Jackson Kohler to play. Jackson, I love you. That's awesome that you can shoot threes. You can still shoot threes, but that can't be like the main feature of your game, man.
Right.
We got to get our ass in the paint. Come on.
Remember when he came to MSU and everyone was like, "Oh, he's footwork guy. He's old baby Dirk. He's our
exactly.
He's our
Dirk
footwork
2.0.
Right,
Nix.
exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. Let's find that in ourselves again once more.
So you gotta go backward and move forward, or whatever Matthew McConaughey says in that commercial. Yeah.
All right.
That's right. So, no, that was a delightful showing from one Jackson Kohler today. So, took the sales out of the building, like, immediately. I know I said, like, right when he hit the free throw line, but truly, like, at the under 16 timeout, it was already 11-5. And you can just see the facial expressions of every octogenarian Indiana fan in attendance that, like, oh, here we go again. Another Hoosier basketball game. And, again, turns out they were spot on about what was about to happen.
They were correct. Anything? So we've got 2 games left to play. Rutgers, and then I guess we just played the big rivalry game, but there's I guess another one coming up in Ann Arbor. How are you guys feeling about the rest of this Big Ten slate of games before the tournament?
Well, the avid listener will recall I predicted a 4-game sweep for your Michigan State Spartans. I said, if we play the way we know we can, we will beat Purdue at Mackie and the streak. I said, Indiana will not be a challenge. Rutger won't be a challenge, and we will bring it home against the Michigans.
I'm protecting myself. I like right now, and I know I'm lying to myself. I know I am. I'm telling myself I don't really care what happens in the last 2 games. Big Ten tournament seeding is pretty much a foregone conclusion. We're either getting the 2 or the 3.
Yep.
Inconsequential. Look, the banner's already lifted up in Ann Arbor, and like they're going to be 10-point underdogs then. If we lose, it's not going to bother me. This is the me lying to myself portion. I'm really trying to will myself into not caring about what happens these next 2 games, but I know damn well when next Sunday rolls around, I'll wake up with a pit in my stomach and I'll be like, I need to see bloodshed on this court. I need to see Jeremy Fears actually ratchet it up 10 times what he was the last game. I need to see a limb laying somewhere on this court.
Snake in the grass. He's been really behaving himself.
Right.
He's been saving it for the right time. And that
got
right
all the
time
goodwill.
is on Sunday.
He's going to do announce some $100,000 donation to a charity on Saturday. He's going to have all goodwill going in, and then bam, punches someone right in the throat at the jump ball, and then I will say not enough. So yeah, that's really. I did not answer that question at all. I made that really personal about myself, and so I'm sorry about that. But that's all I could offer at the time. Right now, I just lose my head in March. So I'm sorry about that answer. I am.
Attaboy.
I am. Yeah.
Maybe we just bring Trey back if he wants to ingratiate himself.
I mean, it's been a while since we've done a ex-girlfriend check-in on Trey. How is he doing over there at the NC State?
I've gotten really good at not checking on him. I've gotten really good at it. You know what? No, that's not true. His mom tweeted something during the Notre Dame game, how defense is the pillar of all great teams, whatever. And then they lost in overtime against Notre Dame, who I'm pretty sure us 4 and the first person to tune into today's episode could beat Notre Dame.
Right.
So that's the latest out of NC State, at least.
Trey is doing fine over there.
Okay,
Not
that's
great.
unfortunate.
Fine.
Whatever.
Shooting 40% from 3, that would be nice. But
That would be nice.
we've got Teng now. So
That's a good point.
Good
Yeah,
point.
But Kurt Teng can't play the point. We also have Denim. We
Yeah.
also have Denim.
Yeah, but
No,
if we had to
not doing
feed Trey Holloman, then we wouldn't get 38 minutes of
That's the
fears
bigger-
every game.
There it is. That's the point. Yeah, no one misses that. No one misses that. I'm not going to say it. Let's keep going.
Plum, to your point about Jeremy Fears, though, I do believe this makes back-to-back games with his effective field goal percentage in the 60s. So he's driving for that consistency you've been craving.
All right. Okay.
And I don't know. I guess I'll just say this felt like maybe the most meaningful week of basketball we've played so far for this team. And you're right, Plum. It should, I guess, the real question is, can you keep your head on straight, beat Rutgers like you should, and then dial it up? Because then if you go out with a win against Michigan at Chrysler, who cares about the Big Ten tournament?
Nothing matters at that point. No, but I think they at least know they're going to have, but they know they're going to have a competition. I think you're right to say the bigger issue here is the Rutgers game, because that's the one they're going to fuck up for no fucking reason. No reason at all. It's at home. No one apparently knew we were playing at home. Everyone wanted to kiss the Spartan ass 2 weeks
Because
ago.
his zone is on spring break coming up.
yeah,
that's why. That's why. Yeah, the players still have to smooch that logo. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So we're
sorry,
good.
I didn't know you guys didn't know about the academic calendar over here at the.
Yeah, one
Boring.
forgets.
Boring.
One
Come on.
works a full-time job.
But Sheehan, you seem to indicate that you do care about the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, say more there.
So I've completely have flip-flopped on that. I won't lie. No, about a week ago on my show, Lockdown Spartans, if I could plug that, I pretty much said I don't really care about the Big Ten tournament. Here is what has happened here, guys, because a week and a half ago, the probability said that, there'll be a 5 or a 6.
Right.
Who cares who they would have played? Look, you would have had to play 4 games in 4 days, and that was at a time too where the bench wasn't looking too great. It's clear we're only going 7 deep tops. Do I really want to see MSU try to add, whether it be 160 minutes worth of tread onto the tires just for a shot to win the Big Ten tournament? But now guys holy shit, things have changed. Now the double bye is locked up. Now the path too, if you look at the bracket, you get Wisconsin most likely, and I know that's rich because we just lost to them by 85,000 points, but I'm going to assume they won't shoot 70% from 3 like they just did. That's manageable. Then after that, Nebraska would be the 2 seed. So you're 2 very winnable games that you will probably be favored in, away from meeting likely either Michigan, Purdue, or Illinois, who are all in that side of the bracket together. Oh shit, I think I actually do care about this now. And here's what's also behind this door. It's not just celebrating a banner, but you brought up what could happen if they beat Michigan. All of a sudden, not just does that unlock a whole 24-hour hellscape on Twitter with the banter back and forth between the fan bases. A 2 seed becomes a reality now all of a sudden if you beat Michigan. And then you get the Big Ten tournaments oh, god damn. We could be actually going for a 2 seed if we win 2 games, maybe win the whole tournament. So, yeah, I've all of a sudden caught myself very interested in the Big Ten tournament. I am a flip-flopping son of a bitch over here. I'm doing it. I care. I'm all in. Screw what I said a week ago. This is what it's all about, baby.
No one cares about what happens a week ago. That we live in the now.
I think
this is now. This is here.
That's right.
Those things don't matter.
Things have changed drastically. You win
Information has come to light, man.
Amen. So, yeah, Big Ten tournament. Yeah, it's my favorite sporting event in the entire year. All of a sudden. That's right.
It's the only thing that matters.
That's right.
I just want everyone to clock that Matt Sheehan felt like he needed to come on to Can't Read, Can't Write to plug his podcast.
That's right.
Good.
Catch my
Good for
YouTube
him.
podcast. That's
Very
right.
good.
So, yeah, that's right.
All right, so Rutgers and Michigan, we've seen them both, but real quick, best players for Rutgers that people need to worry about: Tariq Francis, 6'1", junior, is like their highest usage player by quite a bit. Super inefficient from the field, but I believe I'm going to double check this to make sure that this is right. But I believe had 23 points the first time.
We're in a post-truth environment. Just say it with authority.
And say it with enough bravado, and we'll nod our heads too. I'll even offer like, oh yeah, I was about to say
he
that.
He did have 23 points in our first outing against Rutgers. So like if you're picking a player to shut down, it would be him. Haroon, not gonna guess how to say that last name.
Do it. Get in there.
Yeah, don't be
Zerno. 6'7" freshman, had 16 points in the first meeting. Was huge surprise, but shot 4 for 8 from behind the arc against Michigan State. Like, that Rutgers game was super fluky, but I believe we came into that Rutgers game right off of we had just beat the hell out of Maryland is what it was. And so I think the team got a little fat and sassy. No fat and sassy here. Like, let's lock it up, lock in, and get ready for the postseason. No need to beat Rutgers in overtime again. And then we've got Michigan after that, who I don't know. They're good.
Where are we in the Ken Palms?
Where are we in the Ken Palm?
Yeah, they.
I could do the Torvik's for you. I got 11 in the Torvik. If that does anything for you, is that moving needles or
it?
No?
It moves my needle. That is for sure.
Okay,
we're up to 9.
Torvik's an ally.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We're up to 9 in the Ken Palms. 6 defense. They're still number 2. I mean, I hate them. Duke's up to 1. Man, that defensive rating. We should just do a whole companion podcast for defensive rating on Ken Palm Watch and just like keep up to date with where the number 1 is. Anyway, we're going to go. We're going to beat them. We're going to take the number 1 spot back, and we're going to jettison into the postseason. That's the plan.
Let's go. Do you promise that?
Yep. I promise it. On my child's life.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jordan Scott's life.
Buddy.
Oh, my God. Jesus. Wow.
That's something I get to do now. I have.
You do.
That's
you
a
get
button
to do
I
it.
can push.
Yes, it is.
That was loose.
Good for you.
Heavens.
Very good for you. Yep.
I don't know why. I'm looking at his box score. It didn't seem that bad now, but Trey McKinney felt like he crushed us in that Michigan game. Didn't really, but if you told me like
timely shots,
Yes,
right.
Context matters.
Yeah.
Context.
It really does, because like Morris Johnson didn't do there are a lot of things from that Michigan game that we actually did pretty well. Yaks got going late because I think he was shut down for maybe the first half of the first half.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some guys who just got some timely buckets for them that really pushed that thing out. And we dug ourselves a 16 or 18 point
in the first half.
Deficit.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Don't do that again. Those are my keys to the game. So,
show up and not
where
scared.
The name Yaxel Lendeborg comes from, but it is horrible. Utterly horrible.
These are your with 1 week left in the season takes from Alex Plum. Hey, you guys heard about this? Yaxel Lendeborg?
Jesus Christ! It sounds like a
Lendeborg
diesel engine trying to start up on a cold morning. Awful. Utterly awful.
It sounds like a country that during World War II wouldn't choose a side against the Nazis. That's what Lendeborg sounds like to me.
Oh, they drive Volvos in Yaxel Lendeborg.
They sure
great.
do.
Well, that's great.
That's great. Greg, do you want to stick around for a little puck talk before you head out?
Let's, we're hockey guys, and we should probably talk about this hockey team.
Let's go.
Yeah, so not great. Michigan State goes 0-1-1 over the weekend. Lost to Ohio State, I believe, on Friday. Ties on Saturday. And the only good thing is Augustine stopped 11 of 13 in a shootout.
A 13-round shootout.
Like, this is making me question AI slop right now.
No,
but
it's true.
It happened. I witnessed it with my own eyes too. Yeah, it happened. I actually thought at one point that the ref possibly told both teams that, hey, for this shootout, the puck cannot go 4 inches off the ground. Now, look, I don't play hockey outside of the hockey I play with my kids downstairs, but I can't imagine for a college player elevating a puck could be that hard. They just kept on rifling these black pieces of rubber directly into their leg pads over and over and over and over again. It was unbelievable. And then finally, one got through, and then Augustine stopped his. That's hockey talk with Matt over here. I just like you guys can just try to elevate the puck. Either team at this point. I don't even care if Ohio State wins. Just someone try something different, please.
Just someone attempt something.
Try something different with the puck. So that's the nuance that I have to add.
Well,
here.
Ohio State was being kind because they had scored on poor Trey Augustine so much the night before that they were like, we can't. He's not coming back. This is his last weekend.
That's true.
That's true. The Big Ten.
Very nice of them.
Hopefully, they were like, we can't do this to him twice in a row. So they were like, here you go, Trey, and knock these out. And then we can't do anything on offense this weekend. Like, we were outshot on the weekend. I don't know what it was, but it was crazy. The degree to which Ohio State outshot MSU. So that's what it took. It took 5 extra minutes of hockey and then 13, or was it more than 5? Was it a whole 10-minute period of 3-on-3? Whatever it was.
Yeah,
it was
5.
Okay.
Yep.
And then 13 back and forth shootout. That's just a crazy long game.
How far before Augustine got a shot? Do you think he was like man number 14 or 15? Do you think
That
he was
would
starting
be-
to like think in his head, like, what am I going to do?
That should be part of the game, that the goalies at a certain point have to just skate out of the crease and go.
Good luck.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Go figure it out. And with the goalie stick too, they don't get like the forward stick or anything. No.
Yeah, you got to do it with the goalie stick. Yeah,
Mhm.
and you got to do it with all the pads on.
Of course, yeah.
But we've got one series left, and they need 3 points for an outright championship, right?
Wait, the outright's still on the table.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 to tie and then 3 for the outright. Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
we got this.
Last up, well, I mean, I guess we should mention, I think it was a pretty consequential loss that the women had today against Ohio State in terms of their odds to host tournament games.
The NCAA tournament games, you mean?
Yeah. So tournament bound, and we'll take that. At some point in time, you got to take that. We've got more questions on the women coming up, but last, before I think we let Greg get out of here, unless you want to stick around for Off Grand River, where I believe we're going to discuss the red card that was given to a child who attacked my son at youth soccer.
Amazing. So much for me to look forward to as a parent, apparently. How was that red card presented?
It wasn't.
happened?
This was.
He's being.
It was not. Honestly, I called Plum. He didn't pick up my call because
No, in fact, I hatefully rejected his call.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. It's one of those things where it rang enough for me to know that it wasn't on Do Not Disturb, but didn't ring. He just didn't let it go to voicemail. He just was like, "No, I don't want to talk to you." Because what I wanted was for Plum to come out to stalk this child and red card him wherever he was, like a scarlet letter of sorts. Because it was YMCA soccer. It's like a 6-week. You do little lessons and drills, and then it was the last one, and so they played a game. And this little jabroni was slide tackling in the gym, and he just took
you gotta
my
offer him a
kid's legs
scholarship.
out.
Yeah, I was
And
going to say, I like the cut of his jib, actually. I like someone that puts their body out on the line. Yeah.
I saw it
Jonesy,
happen,
cover
and
your
I
ears.
stood
I
up,
actually
and
love
I
this
was like,
kid.
Yeah.
"What?"
I want him on my team.
Who is this child's parents? And then Michael's going over
And
there
he was
and
the dad was over
attacking
there
the woman.
filming. He looked like Fred Armisen, sort of like creepy smiling as his son did it.
Wow, poor Fred Armisen's out here. Like, first off,
really,
I don't think if Fred Armisen had any kids, they'd be that athletic. First off,
For sure.
Number one,
100%.
and two, this is what I want on my team. So I take him, that kid, first overall pick. Blake can go play Mario Party or whatever.
I'm not saying I wouldn't draft the same way. I'm just saying that when your kid gets his ankles taken
You're
out,
doing the whole care for your kid's safety thing. Predictable. Great.
Predictable.
Wow.
Yeah.
You again. Great.
You again.
But anyway, the sad news is, beyond the near maiming of my child, is that Zeke the Wonder Dog the fourth, aka Buckshot, has passed away. And I don't know. Pour one out for Zeke.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm just gonna say is I looked this up, and of course, and unsurprisingly, there is a Wikipedia page for Zeke the Wonder Dog, who I think, as we maybe Kevin, you knew this, rightly concluded in the 70s, the original Zeke was a yellow lab in the 1970s who competed at the national championships, disc catching national championships at the Rose Bowl. And his success then, winning that, is what got him invited in 1977 to perform during a Spartan football game. And thus was born the event, or thus was born the legend Zeke. He died in 1981. They didn't immediately replace him. A different dog named Keezy performed for a single season and then was hit by a car, which is not great. Yeah, that's what happened with Zeke 2. Not technically Zeke 2, though. And so then no Zeke. They were like, nope, we're going to kill the whole thing until 2002, gentlemen.
Wait, what?
Before we came back.
So before our time.
Yeah, 2002 is
Greg's being very subtle about the details. Before our time.
Before our time.
Well,
before our time.
So with the dog that we knew, the Zeke that we knew, the Black Lab, whose real name was Dexter, he performed through the 2002 to 2005 football season, and then was back in 2006, 2007. Died in 2012. Then they had Zeke 3 and this one, Zeke 4. So that's it. That's how we've got all the Zekes.
And it's my understanding there's a new Zeke. I think at halftime at one of the basketball games this year, they were both out. And there should be a new Zeke kind of in the wings. At least there was for that. So I don't think we're going to go Zekeless next year, but very sad day. Very sad.
Will they have a Zeke for senior day?
I don't know.
Like, I guess I'm just curious whose feelings are we catering to? Are we catering to the masses for senior day?
Certainly or not the grandchildren of the owners.
I mean, you're going to be like, yeah, hey, owners, get out here. You need to do your duty.
Come on.
You're under contract.
Next Zeke up. Let's go.
Feels like a very Mel Tucker line.
All right. Well, on that, I'm leaving. Bye, everyone. Bye, Zeke. Bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Listeners, you're better off with Sheehan than with me. Okay, bye.
Bye, Jordan. All right, gentlemen. We've got a handful of social media questions, unless anyone leaves one in the chat while they are here. First up is Tigers fan 63. I think, Sheehan, you might be able to context set on this. More likely, Tony Garcia, Angelique Chengelis, or Paula Levine to do a thorough investigation into U of M's sexual assault issues, or any of you do an entire pod wearing a MAGA hat here. That's not going to happen, I can assure you that. But can you let people know what's going on down at the University of Michigan?
Man, I could try my best here.
Or should we just say follow Justin Spiro? Is that what we should do?
I was going to say, it starts with the one, the only Justin Spiro, who's just doing this for the love of the game. Like,
literally at this point.
Not a credentialed media member, not even trying to start a website or anything, just truly doing this as a hobby. And like, that's not slanderous. I was texting him and he's pretty much said as much, like, I'm doing this as a hobby and I'm breaking all these stories here anyway. More comes out about Sharon Moore. Turns out that he was even more offensive in his handling of women than what was already led on to believe. And then he's also had assistants, plural, maybe, if not, maybe at least one. Let's go with that. LaTroy, someone who's no longer employed with the Atlanta Falcons because, well, he unearthed all these allegations about rape, sexual misconduct, and, well, that's what happens when the dirt gets dug up, and it got dug up by, again, I can't stress enough how absurd this is, a guy that does this as a hobby, the same way that I play darts sometimes every night in my basement. Like, this is his muse. This is his vice. And it's all very well sourced, too. This isn't like,
no, it's really well sourced.
Like it's incredibly sourced. Like you usually got to pay good behind a paywall to get stuff like this, but there's a reason that no one has sued him for anything that he said about anything in like the last few years because, well, he's armed to the teeth with evidence. So yeah, that's what you've been missing there. Yeah.
Plum, we got to get Sheehan to the Polish Sea League for some darts, is what I'm hearing out of.
Honestly, we do, and I'd love you to be my guest.
It's fine,
Matthew. We'll go to the PSL in Hamtramck, and it'll be great. We'll get you your membership card.
Okay, what does that entail? What do I have to do? Not that I care.
Pay $15. $15 and take a shot of brandy schnapps. That's it, my guy. Or not? No, but sorry, blackberry schnapps. Sorry.
Oh, even better. Oh, okay. It's great. I'm in.
It's great.
Steel tip darts or soft tip darts? What are we looking at here? What do we got?
Steel tip.
I assume you'll bring your own. I assume you have your own.
I do have my own. Again, I cannot strike. Like I talk a big game. I love watching darts. I love playing darts. I am worse at darts than Denim Mojic is at playing basketball at a D1 level.
That's
beautiful. And I'm not like being like all cute and anything. No, I'm legitimately horrible at darts, but it's fun. I do like it.
Love darts.
Sorry, that was not the question that was asked. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. We're moving on.
Stares off a cliff here.
Next up, from Tigers fan 63, more likely to happen: men's hoops Final Four or a hockey natty.
Hockey natty.
Both are the same amount of games, right? You got to win 4 for each, right? Basketball, obviously, you got to win 4 to make the Final Four. And then hockey's the same, too. There's 16 teams. So, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, man. Give me... Oh, that's a really good one. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to go with Plum here. Hockey with a question mark?
I think so.
Right? Yeah.
No?
I think
You're saying no?
There's only 16. You're coming in at the Sweet 16.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
So every team for sure is legitimately at least competent, whereas like Final Four in the Sweet 16, you can catch like a 12 seed, you know?
Like the variance on a game in hockey, like again, 2 good teams. Like I mean,
saw it last year.
There's
right?
puck luck. There's too much puck luck. There's less puck luck in hoops, obviously, because they don't play with a puck. But like, I mean, we think about instances like what was that team that went on beat Purdue a few years ago out of New Jersey?
Shirley Dickinson. Yeah.
No.
Or St. Peter's. St. Peter's.
Yes.
Yeah.
St. Peter's. I mean, if we want to go trauma digging, we can all talk about Middle Tennessee State, right? Like,
I'm over it. Yeah.
They're very over it. Definitely don't get weird about football players who come to our school from Middle Tennessee State.
No, please. Never. No, not in 100 years.
But like that stuff feels more like the outlier than the norm. Whereas in hockey, I don't know. By the by, Tom is an X factor in all of this. So I'm going hoops.
You know what? Because now I'm thinking, and this could be proven as incorrect immediately. I feel like in hockey, you never see like the 1 or the 2 seed actually make the Frozen Four. Like I always feel like it's just there's one seeded team, and then the other 3 were like 13th best, 15 of the 16 snuck in. Again, this could all be proven to be flatly incorrect, but in my memory. So, but then again, we got like how many, like 11 NHL players on the team this year. So I think, you know what?
I'm going hockey. I'm staying hockey.
Hockey. Against better judgment.
Hockey, Natty.
Yeah. Hockey.
Bring home the hardware.
All right. Next up is Spartan 18770. Plum, does Fears declare for the NBA after this season?
No.
Now hold on. You ready for this? He declares. He declares. But he comes back.
He gets,
he comes
yeah,
back.
no
he comes
interest.
back.
Yeah,
he comes back.
right, yeah.
He comes back. God, but I'll. Even though I said that out loud, my heart will still drop all the way to my knees when that graphic comes across on Twitter. Like Jeremy Fears, oh god,
and mine will too, but only because we don't have anyone better to replace him. I mean, that's
it'll be scary season. Yeah, I like Carlos Medlock, the kid coming in, but not that much. At least not at this point in his career.
Fears would just do so
honestly, we got to move
well
Jordan
with
Scott to
another
the point
season.
immediately.
He just needs
one
another
more
year.
One more.
Just
one
more.
More one. Or two if you want to run it back and get another natty. Next up from Spartan 18770, what's the most cringe? Dan Dockich going after poor Graham Couch, or Michigan fans pretending to care about basketball? I only heard about this Dockich thing.
I saw it. And I'm not even terminally online. I just happened to get on X for, I don't even know why. I think today, it might have been on the way home. Fine. On the way to the airport or from the airport. And yeah. And by the way, just Graham's response to him. Excellent.
Oh,
for people who aren't terminally online,
who don't
can you
know
explain what happened?
Yeah, healthy people. Yeah.
Again, and I don't use Twitter, but I just needed to defend myself there. Because we go on the road and we win twice in the state of Indiana. He digs up the video of Graham like 13 years ago at Mackie, like, futzing around with a basketball and then like tries to lay it up and then falls on his ass. And it's
He was trying like an alley-oop to himself, an impossible play for almost everyone on the planet.
Yes. But Graham, it's like a self-own. Like he's the one that constantly puts it out there as like the gag that it is because he's a journalist. And yeah, he does like to hoop. And even he was like, actually, I wasn't at my worst in 13 years ago when I was playing with some regularity and I was having fun. And the way he's like, you're a real peach, Dan. And that's just so good. It's and it's not even the Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. It's when they go low, you can provide them with facts or you can just call them a peach and move the fuck along with your life because you realize it's not worth your time. It's not low or high. It's just reject the premise and move on with your life. And God, what a sad, sad little man.
Also, as Graham tells it, apparently in Mackie, there's like a cabinet that can be locked up with the balls, and it was locked when they went to grab it. And so the ball that was there was actually a heavier weight ball. I don't know what purpose.
He said it's a medicine ball. No, it does.
Seems counterintuitive for basketball, but okay, sure.
I guess you get good at dribbling. I don't know why I'm flapping my hand like I'm trying to fly, but
I will say, like, Graham didn't need to defend himself. I mean, and I didn't. So he was like, "Oh, it was a medicine ball." And I'm like, "No, just stop, just no need to defend."
It's a funny clip. Yeah.
Don't engage with the mentally ill on Twitter. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, you keep using the word mentally ill, and I agree. Like, no, and I don't even think you're being sarcastic. I'm not being sarcastic.
No, there's something wrong with him.
That's why my answer, like, for cringe, I go with the Michigan fans pretending to care about basketball. I mean, you see it all the time. They'll just say things that are just patently incorrect. It's exciting to see a team pop up, be good. I'm like that with gymnastics with Michigan State, right? Like, do I know what the hell I'm watching? No. But I'm also not going to go out on Twitter and just sound off a bunch of opinions that are probably going to be incorrect here. Whereas, like, the Dockich thing, it's just like, it's sad, I think. Alarming, perhaps? Not surprising? Sure. Just more of the same? I don't know.
Mean-spirited at something that's obviously well-intended to be goofy and silly and someone being vulnerable.
That's the point.
I'm just going to go with confusing, but then you see the user that did it, and then it's just, more of the same, and this is just a man whose life is spiraling out of control, clearly. No, like, I'm not trying to do a bit. Like, clearly something is happening.
He needs help.
In Dackich's life. Yeah, to take a clip of a guy humorously failing an alley-oop to himself and making that about the LSJ covering up for Larry Nassar. Okay,
which
now we're making sense.
That story.
Yeah.
So... Or they didn't break it, I guess, but they did a lot of the reporting on it. A lot of it came out of the Indy Star, and give credit where credit's due. But
of course, 100%. So cringy Michigan fans, but the Dockich was,
Now, next up, JREL. What's the projected percentage rate that MSU makes another return to Indy for the Final Four? There's got to be.
I was just
Sheehan,
reading
you're a
an
little bit
article
plugged in
about
on
this.
gambling and
I know.
brackets.
It was like 3 days ago. I was just reading an article about like percentage by seed to make it, and of course, like I'm not percentage by seed to make Final Four. Please just be the first result. No, it's not.
That's all right. But I will say this, JREL. Here's the thing. I think
It's like 11% if you're a 3 seed. I'm sorry. It's about 11% if you're a 3 seed, 20% if you're a 2 seed. That's what history says. I'm sorry. I just had to blurt that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Good.
We've historically done a bracket for the podcast.
Yes.
I
believe I won it one year, as memory serves.
I
Maybe
refuse
the
to
first
fill out a
year.
bracket where Michigan State doesn't win the national championship.
Correct. Also true.
But I may not participate in our own bracket challenge this year
Say
because
more.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm the problem. That maybe my pure hubris and participation, but I can't not pick them because that feels like I'm willing into existence something that I don't want to be, and I refuse to do that. So I may just abstain. I'll do I'll be the person, you and Greg can fill it out, and I'll be the person who jumps on the bed Utah style. And so
Good. Very good.
Greg's coworkers will get that. Next up, Jason Fry. Robin Freilich has the women's basketball team playing at a pace that sometimes feels too reckless and out of control. Against better teams, it gets magnified and exploited. Not a question, just a frustrated exclamation. At least the men's team salvaged the day with a big win. For those who haven't watched the women's team, you are missing out on exciting ball.
It's thrilling. Yeah.
Like they're
good.
fun to watch.
Yeah, for better or for
good.
worse, it is must-see TV every once in a while. If you just want to check in on the women's team, you will not be disappointed unless, of course, it is against like UCLA or one of these mega teams that will exploit it, as he said right there. But man, oh man, whew, they will force 30 turnovers. They will also have 28 turnovers, but we're going to have a fun time while doing so. It's great.
You got to think, though, Freilich's really got the ship on the right path. And I'm not saying that she's going to be recruiting at South Carolina levels anytime soon, but like she hasn't had a real chance. I mean, to build the roster in a way that you would expect after 4 to 6 years of sustained success. Like, she's brought in some really. I'm not saying. I guess I will say though, counterpoint. Like I'm hopeful that it'll work out because their brand of basketball is super exciting. But I think every coach we've seen come into the Big Ten who's tried to play in men's basketball the way that Robin Freilich's trying to play has failed miserably.
That's I like that. Yeah, that checks out so far.
Like press the whole time. Like it just doesn't.
Yeah, 94 feet of hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. No. Who's Penn State's coach? Because isn't that his thing?
Is it Rhodes? Is that his name? Mike Rhodes?
Yes.
No.
And I bet you he's a year and a half away from just scrapping his entire philosophy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do enjoy that guy though. Yeah.
I do too. I like Shrewsbury too. Honestly, Penn State needs to get their shit together.
Yes.
Yeah. Last from Zeke the Wonder. Last from Jason Fry. Zeke the Wonder Dog, aka Buckshot, passed away. Did we sacrifice Zeke so that baby girl Grooch, aka Grooch's wife's boyfriend Junior, could
That's
live?
not nice. That's not
if
nice.
So, was it worth it?
God help us. Yes, it was.
Kevin seemed happy. Yeah, I'll take Kevin's happiness over a frisbee catching dog all day. Yeah, no disrespect to Zeke, but yeah.
Well, there'll be another one. I mean, that's the great. There must be a machine that they come out of. I don't really know how it works.
That's true. That's
We
true.
don't even know how happy Zeke was. We don't know for sure that Zeke didn't do this to himself.
Oh wow! let's uncork the investigation. No, that's a good point though. I think So they take like a little bit of DNA from Zeke. They put it in the cyclotron. And then they spin that around, and out comes another dog. That's what that's how they make the Zeeks. I've never known what a cyclotron does other than spin things really fast, and I can only imagine that.
I don't think that's what the cyclotron does. I think it shoots particles at each other.
No, I don't. I think you're wrong on this one, Michael. I think Matt's got this.
Pretty sure
this
qualified
is,
to talk about this.
This is a frisbee catching dog generator.
Yeah.
So
what am I
back
thinking?
to the outline with you.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Next up is
All right,
Beth Amaro.
this is for you. This is for you, Beth. Beth asks, Michael, please rank in terms of beauty the last two Spartan wins: Baby Grooch, Teng's 3-point launch, and Jordan Scott's face.
Good one.
Well, we love a Jordan, so Jordan wins.
Aha.
We'll say that.
Okay.
Wow. She's gonna hate that answer.
Because it's not clear on which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oops. Next up is probably.
Oops.
I'm not going to go with the wins. I think it's got to be Teng's launch at this point in time. Like, it's a pretty shot.
All right.
And then I'm going to go with Spartan wins.
Last two.
Wow.
All right. You heard it.
I
here
mean, they
first,
tried to
Beth.
give it away at points.
We did, and we weren't winning. We weren't leading at the half against Perdon't. So
I'm sure Grooch's kid is it's just adorable, but like nothing is more appealing to the eye than a windmill dunk in a game. I gotta say, so I gotta go with the 2 wins here. I mean,
have you
no
seen
disrespect to
Jordan
all
Scott's
babies,
face?
He's a beautiful man. I gotta say, yeah, right,
yeah.
But I'll be damned. I mean, God, it's tough. This is tough. No, it's the Spartan wins for me, number 1. I'm sorry. No.
Okay,
fair enough. Greg, Plum, do you disagree?
Baby Grooch is number 1, just because baby factor. I do want to be on record. This is the mother's looks that the baby is inherited. We can all appreciate that even a fraction of Kevin's DNA, it would be absolutely homely. So there's that. That'll be 1. I'm going to give the last 2 Spartan wins number 2. Okay, I'm going to side with Sheehan to an extent there, and then I'm going to give it to Teng. You know why? Not the 3 points.
The free throws.
Let's
go.
And Jordan Scott's passable face. It's passable.
Okay. It's not passable. That is a beautiful man. Next up, Mamapa Leaf. Women are not treated equal in the world of sports or in the world period. Today begins Women's History Month.
No, you have to choose. Which one are they not treated equal in? Yeah.
You're right. You're right. It should have been an and, Mamapa Leaf.
That's a heavy last question. Oh my.
Yep.
Today begins Women's History Month with March 8th as International Women's Day. What will you do to celebrate? Wait, that's next Sunday.
Mm-hmm. We will beat Michigan because inexplicably and somehow they're worse on women than we are. And that is a delightful fucking thing to be able to say.
And we as men will convene to record a podcast.
That's right. That's right.
We'll talk about Robin Freilich, though.
Maybe.
Please.
If they win,
please, AI overlord.
Yeah.
Please, Claude, if you're listening, don't forget to add this to our outline.
The problem is Claude will remember. And,
I know. Claude's a good listener.
Next up, Mamapa Leaf asks, it's fun to meet MSU fans, even if it's noticing a Spartan lanyard or pin or hat, and out comes Go Green. When was the last time you greeted a total stranger with the cheer, and how did it go? I've got something, but you all go ahead. You got anything?
I have one from Thursday. You go
good old Disney World a few weeks ago. We exchanged a few Go Greens, about like 3 or 4 people. It was good. It was wholesome, and everyone responded accordingly. I said Go White when I got a Go Green, and I got Go Whites when I said Go Green. But I remember a few years ago, this was at the Rose Bowl, and obviously California is crawling with Spartans. We're at a pier somewhere in San Diego, and truly there were still a lot of Spartans even there making their pilgrimage over to Pasadena. Smoke a guy with a Go Green because he was wearing a Michigan State shirt, and he hits me back with a all right. What? Well, all right. The fuck, like you're telling me you haven't gotten 80 of these at this point of the day, because that is all that we have been doing. It's enough about me from 12 years ago.
I hate that. I hate the Go Green, and then the response is, "Oh yeah, Go Green."
Yeah, go turn around.
Go
10 steps
fuck
back.
off.
We're
what are you talking
doing
about?
all this again from the top.
We had a fundraiser on Thursday at work, and one of my board members she and her husband met, class of 1980, and he was there. He had some little insignia on, and I was like, oh, okay, go green. He's like, yeah, man, go white. And I was like, yes,
Let's go.
yes. I shouldn't be so excited, but I say go green now with some trepidation that I'm not going to get a go white back, and I shouldn't have to live like this.
It is a great feeling though inside when it gets the tinglies going. It is a great human connection when that does happen.
Yes.
Even though it's happened hundreds of times, it's great.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
There's an older gentleman at my gym I see from time to time who wears a fair amount of Michigan State gear.
Okay.
Like, more than one oftentimes. There will be a hat and a shirt.
Let's go.
And I said, go green to him the other day. And he said, yeah. That was it.
No.
And in fact, I think he has a bumper sticker on his car because I see it sometimes in the parking lot. And the thing is, dear listener, if you've forgotten the context here, I don't live in Michigan.
Right.
When I see a Spartan in the wild, it's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
And so when you don't get a go white back, it hurts.
Just a yeah.
You may have to say something to him. You may have to
I
be
saw
like,
him
hey.
literally today on the what's the bike where you sit?
The recumbent bike?
The sitting bike.
Yes, recumbent.
Yeah.
Recumbent was the word I was looking. The sitting bike.
Yes.
The old sitting bike.
The old sitting bike.
And he had a Michigan State sweatshirt on, and I didn't say anything to him because of that experience.
Of course you did.
Dead to me.
I was trying to play. I don't know. Like I was going to come to his defense. Maybe he's like an uncle of someone who goes. But no, if you are hat, shirt, bumper sticker, you're hitting for the cycle.
That's the trifecta,
brother. We can't be going. Yeah. Can't be going. Yeah.
Can't have it.
I mean, it can't be a thrift situation at this point in time. Like, it is it's a commitment you've made. And when you do it on a game day, friend, when you wear it on game day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Michael, before
Matt
we
Sheehan.
sign off, sign off, we just want to make a little announcement here to folks who are listening. Michael and I have a friend, a buddy, unfortunately, who passed away over the weekend. Wanted to just acknowledge him. Jason Schmidt was a friend of our friend who became a friend at Michigan State. He was struck and killed by a motorist as he was bicycling. And I think, maybe a little PSA. Obviously, I don't know all the context. I don't know if anyone does, but just, for everyone driving out there, be careful. Bicyclists I'm not even a big cyclist at all. I have a bike. I rarely ride it. And shit like this doesn't probably help plead the case, but keep your eyes out there. Thinking about Jason Schmidt, his wife and their kids. This is a awful tragedy for them, no doubt. And he will be very, very missed. So pour one out for Jason Schmidt.
Yes, indeed. Well, I was realizing we need to do a mama's ad read, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So, go green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.